Chapter 8, Sowing the Seeds of Rishi Tradition. The mantra, as you sow, so shall you reap, which I followed all my life. When, after returning from the Himalayas to Haridwar, an outline of the structure of Shantikunj Ashram was prepared, resources were needed for its establishment and expansion. It needed material resources, persons, and heroic efforts to struggle hard against the challenges of the critical times. I had to be simultaneously vigilant and active on two fronts. On the one hand, I had to battle against the evil forces which were bent upon undoing all that had been achieved so far in the fields of culture, civilization, and genuine human growth in consciousness. On the other hand, I had to engage myself in creative endeavor of epoch proportions to usher in a happy, bright, peace-filled future for humanity at large. I had nothing to do for my own sake. God provides food even to tiny creatures and insects. Everybody gets up hungry in the morning, but seldom does anyone sleep hungry at nightfall. From the very beginning, I had no passion, desire, lust, and greed, and ego could not beguile me. Whatever I was doing was done for God's sake according to Gurudev's direction. He had entrusted these two tasks of struggle against the forces of darkness and of divine creation, both of which I was doing enthusiastically. There was never any room for procrastination or evasion in my nature. By the grace of God, it was my habit from the very beginning to do whatever had to be done with full attention and enthusiasm. As regards the resources necessary for new creation, Gurudev had always indicated the formula of sowing and reaping. A small single grain of maize or bajra, when it develops into a plant, yields more than 100 such grains. Draupadi had torn a small portion of her sari and had given it to a saint so that he could use it as a langoti, a strip of cloth tucked around the waist to cover his nudity. In course of time, it magnified to such an extent that Sri Krishna had to rush with huge bundle of saris to help her in the moment of her dire need. Gurudev said, "Whatever you want to get, start sowing its seed." I strictly followed this mantra and the result was according to his assurance. Along with his physical form, a human being gets astral and causal bodies, intellect and aspirations, feelings from God. Money which one gets is either self-earned or inherited. I had not earned but had inherited ample property from my ancestors. In pursuance of Gurudev's directions, I used all my money, resources, intellect and aspirations for God's work. I performed worship, upasana, in the night and used my time and labor throughout the day in the service of Virat Brahm. This was my sadhana. Not only during waking hours, but even in my dreams, my mind and intellect always remained engrossed in the pursuit of ways and means for promoting the welfare of mankind. My aspirations and feelings always remained absorbed in the Virat. I loved noble ideals and not objects or persons. Aspirations for uplifting the downtrodden always surged in my heart. I considered this Virat to be my God. Arjun, Yashoda, Kaushalya, Kagbhushundi had a glimpse of this Virat and they were all blessed. I dedicated everything which I had to the Virat Brahm, to humanity as a whole. There could be no better and fertile field to sow the seeds of goodness, nobility, service, selflessness, etc. In course of time, these yielded bumper crops and my godowns were all full with the rich harvest. Resources and resource persons were thus made amply available for the tasks which were entrusted to me. From the point of view of physical build-up, I was weak from my very birth, but life force within has always been mighty. In young age, I had taken only bread of barley and buttermilk without any vegetables, ghee or milk for 24 years. The body was therefore bound to be lean and thin, but having resorted to the technique of sowing and reaping, it is so strong even at the age of 78 that when a few days back a bull who had run amok assaulted me, it was pushed with the help of my shoulders and thrown flat on the ground, and it had to beat a hasty retreat. It is no longer a secret that about a year back, a hired killer, backed by promoters of immorality and extremist tendencies, repeatedly attempted to shoot me with a 5-bore revolver, but the bullets got stuck in the bullet holes, and in an utter sense of panic and bewilderment, the revolver fell down from his hands. He then started madly stabbing me. There was profuse bleeding. None of the strokes, however, pierced deep into the body and miraculously got deflected sideways. The doctors stitched the wounds, and in a few weeks the wounds healed and my body became normal as before. This should be regarded as a miraculous event inasmuch as a loaded 5-bore revolver in the hands of a hired professional killer refused to work. 12 stabs of a dagger used for cutting animals ended up leaving behind only superficial wounds. The culprit later got wounded by his own bomb and landed in jail. The person on whose instigation he had committed this heinous assault has been awarded death sentence. Demoniac attack of evil forces thus failed to checkmate divine efforts. It was thus established that the Savior is greater than the killer. These days, the technique of Sukshmikaran, of transforming 1 into 5, is in progress. This has resulted in further thinning of the body. Still, this body is in such a condition that it can remain alive as long as I wish to keep it, but I will not voluntarily do so because a stage comes when physical body becomes a hurdle and hindrance and ought to be shed, as far greater work can be accomplished through the astral body. The life force in this body has worked 10 times more than its normal capacity. Shankaracharya and Vivekananda lived only for about 35 years but accomplished what could not have been ordinarily accomplished in 350 years. In 78 years, I have done so much work in different fields that in the ordinary course of mere human effort, it could not have been done in less than 750 years. The entire time was spent in preparing a foundation for new creative work. Intelligence was sown in the field of God, and it manifested in the form of extraordinary brilliance. Literature of superb quality written by me so far is equivalent to the weight of my body. Articles have been written and piled up to be published and used till the year 2000 AD. None has so far been able to concretize the aim of synthesizing spirituality with science, which is being done in Brahmavarchas Research Institute. In the near future, the authenticity of spirituality will have to be tested on the touchstone of scientific approach. There is much hue and cry about preparing and implementing 5-year plans by different countries, but the plan of spiritually transforming the whole humanity and its implementation, which is being undertaken at Shanti Kunj, can be termed as amazing. I have dedicated my feelings and aspirations for the uplift of the downtrodden. Shiv had done the same thing. He enjoyed the company of creatures of strange and freakish shapes and sizes. He even embraced snakes. I followed the same path. When the fellow who had assaulted me with a dagger was being chased by the people and the police, I called him back and allowed him to escape. There had been several such occasions in my life when the adversaries who had left no stones unturned to harm me were rewarded in return by a smile. I have immensely loved people and in return have been loved by them 100 times more. They have followed my directions with devotion and total dedication in the face of great difficulties and have even gladly suffered material losses for the sake of missions work. Just on hearing a word from me, splendid buildings of Gayatri Shakti Peeths were erected, costing crores of rupees. In addition, 12,000 Pragya Sansthans were also started. When I was assaulted, many people rushed to Shanti Kunj to express their love and sympathy as if Shanti Kunj had been inundated by a sea of humanity. Each one of them expressed his keenness to take revenge, but we coaxed and pacified them and diverted their minds to creative directions. This was nothing but an expression of love, affection, and intense intimacy towards me by the people. I address my wife as Mataji. We have intimate and deep love for each other. She has lived with me like a shadow and has participated with me in all activities of the mission. It will be true to say that we have one life, Pran, although two bodies. I have been loved even by animals and birds who have lived with me like friends and family members. This has been witnessed by people with great amazement. Creatures who ordinarily shun human beings did not hesitate to sit on my shoulders and sleep by my side in my bed. This is nothing but a reflection of their love and affection for me. I needed money from time to time. Crores of rupees were spent in building Gayatri Tapobhumi Shanti Kunj, Gayatri Nagar, Brahm Varchas Institute. Without deviating from the pledge of not begging anything from human beings, all the needs were fulfilled. The number of full-time workers is more than 1,000. Satisfactory arrangements for their maintenance, according to the lifestyle of a true Brahman, are being made. All expenses on account of press, publication, jeeps, and other transports are being met without difficulty. All this is the harvest of the seeds sown in the field of God in the form of each and every paisa which I possessed. I am proud of this harvest. Though personally I am penniless, huge schemes are being materialized which it is impossible even for a multi-millionaire to do. All this could be possible only on account of the formula given by Gurudev: do not accumulate, scatter, sow and reap. Implementation of this formula of Gurudev is the background of this flourishing garden of righteousness which is visible in the form of Gayatri Parivar.
My life, its legacy and message. हमारी वसीयत और विरासत. Author Sri Ram Sharma Acharya.
If you found this video helpful, then please like, comment and share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel Rishi Chintan. Please press the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of our upcoming videos. Thank you.